Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh. I know this SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, right. Welcome to the Joystick Show.
Episode 49.
Episode 49. I'm Bobby. This is Dylan.
I'm Joey.
And this is Jerry.
And it's a very special one because
yeah.
we finally made it, man. 1 year of the Joystick Show.
1 year.
Wow.
Nice.
Made a trip around the earth.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Is it exactly? I don't know if it's exact because how the days align, but it's roughly 1 year.
It's roughly around when we started.
Well,
It
to
feels
put it
like-
into perspective, it is about a year since you and me showed up to this basement and filmed
Yeah.
episode 1 of the Joystick Show,
Mhm.
which Jerry was present for.
Right.
He sat right there.
Oh,
wasn't even
shit.
on the show.
Damn, that's a throwback.
He sat out for that one. Jose took my place for like 10 minutes due to like one of many technical flaws that happened in the first episode.
Oh,
But, you know, needless
live,
to
you
say.
learn.
Exactly.
We almost landed on a crisp number on 50.
Almost 50, but you know, if snowstorms and the pandemic didn't fuck us over and I didn't get COVID, I would have been fine.
Definitely don't watch the first episode and look at
how terrible.
Look at these angles.
Dylan and I were looking at that earlier,
Yeah.
just like,
So-
holy
and it like
crap.
before it didn't look bad when it first came out, right? Like it looked good for what it was.
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
once we upgraded, it was like, oh,
Right.
Yeah, you see the difference.
gross.
But before we get into anything and what we're doing today, make sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll tell you.
Dylan
obviously.
usually tells you
Yeah.
what to
I
comment down
comment
below.
on there too.
He
Yeah.
does, yeah, and then I comment back. So
Mhm.
there you go.
We're just talking to each other.
Yeah, pretty much. join the conversation. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing today.
Yeah.
We figured the best way to mark a year of the Joystick Show would be to pay homage. What is it?
Homage.
Homage.
Amish? Where the hell did ham come from?
Ham
We're
sandwich.
gonna pay ham to some of the things that made us laugh this year.
Mm.
But first, like I do every 6 episodes of the show, Dylan, can you close the door? Because
Word.
yeah, the funniest thing.
Another uncle's gonna come in.
Oh yeah, 2 things. Number 1, Dylan said he was not it to close the door before we started the show. So I think the fact that he just closed the door on the show, pretty great. Secondly, we threw a party for my dad's birthday today, so there was like
Correct.
mad people here. I even told Dylan earlier, I was like, we should lie and say that if you hear people upstairs, that it's like, you know, we're throwing an anniversary
Yeah.
party for the podcast.
It's
There's like
only
so many
for-
people, but you know, we had to run down all of
And
our
film
adoring
it real
fans,
quick.
and
They're all
we had
waiting
to
at the
stop
door.
all the
We got a live stream
fangirls.
for them.
yeah. Like,
All the
sorry,
fangirls
ladies,
that
we got to
want-
go downstairs and film. You know,
We can't do the sexual intercourse. We got to do a podcast.
They're
Sorry.
upstairs at the viewing
priorities.
party.
All right, you get canceled for that. Fucking our friends. All right.
Fucking no, we are going to do something special.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay ham, like Jerry said,
Right.
and we are doing the first annual Joystick Awards. Bang! I don't know, maybe I'll do a
Yeah,
graphic.
yeah.
I
Do
don't
like
know.
a graphic. Do like the American Idol intro with
Yeah,
the,
right.
the trophy or whatever. The medal guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly that.
No, welcome to the Joystick Awards.
Yeah.
We're just a little award show.
No
where-
suits.
No suits. No, we didn't get that fancy. I did.
Right.
wear
We're
a
on black.
shirt.
Red
trophy.
table.
Yeah, we did all kind of do
Red
the
carpet.
dark scheme today.
Right.
But
Yeah, instead of the red carpet, we have the red table.
the red table,
Yeah.
per
And a
usual.
candle.
And Jada Pinkett Smith is not here,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Right.
Aw.
Not at this red table. She's
Not
off
enough
with
in the
her non-Will Smith
Entanglement?
boyfriend. There you go. Anyway, we are gonna start off with a couple of awards, quote unquote,
Oh yeah.
to some things that we thought deserved them, that we paid tribute to
Yeah.
here on the Joystick Show.
Some worship.
So without further ado, I think we should start with YouTube video of the year.
Okay. Yeah. This is a
Nice.
more recent finding.
It is.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
think that's why I want to start with it. You know why?
Mhm.
So we watched a lot of YouTube. We watch a lot of YouTube when we're not doing the podcast.
We
you
just
know what I
pull
mean?
shit up. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of my just watching in general is mostly YouTube content.
Exactly. So to just go back, we've watched a lot of YouTube and talked about it. As of recent, we watched some pretty fucking crazy people in Walmart,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I forgot
like
about
on
that.
meth, try to
Yeah.
shop.
What?
Incredible.
Yeah. You
I
guys
didn't see
weren't
it.
there for that.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
see
you-
that.
You guys missed that one.
Yeah.
We also got to see the incredible Bradley Combs, which is Joey actually found that guy. That's the Noid pizza dude. We talked about that on an episode. That's our boy. But we felt like there was one YouTube video that really took the cake
Yeah.
this year around,
Yeah,
and
definitely stood out.
Yeah.
And since he was the one to discover and show it to us, Dylan, what YouTube video might that be?
Yeah, so that is the Chronicles of the Hoff Twins.
Shout outs to the Hoff
the
Twins.
Hoff Twins. I hope they're doing well out there. I'm sure they're up in the
winning
world.
I'm sure they're dead.
The Joystick Award for Best YouTube Video of the Year.
Yeah, I think they deserve it. They make great content there over at Channel 5.
Definitely. For those of you who don't know, those are the people behind All Gas, No Breaks, right? The very popular interview show that's kind of all over Instagram and YouTube.
They went to like a QAnon rally for like people like Trump supporters.
Yep, they do a
Like-
lot of political rallies. They do like they went to Miami during fucking
the spring break video
spring
is
break
incredible.
lockdown, incredible.
Yeah.
And it's just great the people that they fucking find and to interview. But yeah, Dylan found it
On accident, just one day, and I was like, "Oh, this is like the best thing ever."
It's made by what, like the cinematographer
Yeah,
for
the
All
camera
Gas No
guy.
Breaks, the camera
Yeah,
guy, right?
The camera guy, and he essentially just chronicled these people's lives. They are the only white people who live in a hood
Yep, Marin
north
City,
of San
right?
Francisco. Yeah, north of San Francisco.
So yeah, go
And-
check out the
yeah.
fucking Hoff twins. You'll never believe that these people are real people.
Yeah.
I didn't. They showed it to
They look
me,
like
and I
actors.
legit thought this was a joke. Like this was
Yeah.
a sketch. This is a sketch, and it's all real.
It looks
It's
like
all
some,
real.
it
It's-
looks like some shit you see on Adult Swim. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
And it's
Exactly.
that length too. It's like 11
it's like
minutes, 12
16
minutes.
minute thing.
Yeah.
And
I'm waiting for the punchline. I'm waiting for something goofy to happen, and I'm like, they're like, no, this is real, Joey. This is
Yeah.
real. I'm like, no.
It's about the only two white twins that live in, well, the only two white people who live in a predominantly
But it's still
black
set up in a
neighborhood.
funny way. Like the juxtaposition in the video
Oh,
is
yeah.
very well. Like
we
there's-
should
yeah.
honestly, believe it or not, we should actually hit on that specific point.
Yeah, like there's a 3-minute stretch where it's like the most like sympathetic stuff. They almost die. His best friend died, and he's really upset about it. And he's like, "You have to be responsible in life." And then it just cuts to him drinking and driving,
Yeah.
like on the spot, just on the spot with the whole
Yep.
bottle in his hand.
I
And it's
love
like-
that.
Yeah,
Just literally a whole bottle of wine,
Yeah.
just fisting that
and he
shit.
goes like sparkling wine. It's
Yeah.
like fucking wow. Okay.
That video is edited extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where like it doesn't need anything flashy. It's just like what the people say in line with how they put it.
And there's like a
It's-
slight filter to make it look old. you
but
know
it,
what I
it
mean?
came
But-
out when I showed Joey. Right, Joey thought it was an old ass thing, but it came
Yeah.
out this
It's
year.
2021.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had that, like Bobby said, that old film grain. And I'm watching it, and then it said the date, and it was like 2021. And I was like, what? I thought this shit was like 1998 or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, the vibes of that video are fucking great, and it's
Yeah, it was
hilarious.
like hella 90 vibe.
It is
Very 90 vibe.
hilarious. So please go ahead and check out the Hoff
I
twins.
hope they have their own thing going on.
The winner
in the
of
future.
so who wins the award? The makers of the video, or do the Hoff twins win?
I
the
think,
award?
twins
I
themselves.
think the Hoff twins come up themselves.
Oh, they have to come up
Yeah,
and
they
get the
have to
award.
come up and get the award.
Imagine
yeah.
they both come,
Come
up.
up, Hoff twins.
Hey yo,
They both get
thank-
their own, yeah.
Appreciate it, and then like one of their baby mamas comes up, and there's a whole cat fight. We gotta break up because there's 3 cat
There's
fights in that
3
video.
cat fights in that video. I love it.
And then Bo falls on Eminem.
Forgot about that.
Oh, what a time.
Beyonce deserved to win this award.
That was back when crazy shit happened on the MTV Movie Awards.
Yeah.
Shouts to MTV.
So yeah, you ready to get on to our next segment?
Yeah.
of the,
Yeah.
the show. We're gonna go into. I'm gonna throw Dylan for a loop here. We're gonna go into Yam of the Year.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like the focus is on me a lot.
It is. It's on you right now, buddy.
Okay, yeah. So
As you know, you guys probably know, we do Jam and Yam of the Week
Yeah.
every single week here at the Joystick Show.
Bobby did the great honor of putting all of them into one file.
Yeah.
So that I could see what songs I picked.
Yep.
Because I did not fucking remember.
Yep. Thank God I do that for
Yeah.
the show. And every week we give our music recommendations. I give my jams and Dylan gives his yams.
Yeah.
So we decided that one of the categories would be our Jam and Yam of the Year. But starting with Dill,
Yeah.
what is going to be your Yam of the Year?
Yeah. So the first thing I did was I rounded up the age of all of the artists that I had in my Yam of the Year.
Uh-huh.
And the average age was 19 years old.
Crazy.
Which is way younger than me. And I think it's so wild that people that young are able to make music.
Mm-hmm.
But the song I chose was So Easy by Alden. He was the only artist that I had that I chose twice. Every other artist I only chose once.
Interesting.
So him I chose twice. It's a really good song. Hyper pop, which is a general theme of throughout. And when we get into your jam later on, hopefully we'll see another trend like that.
Yeah. We'll just
Yeah.
say Dylan influenced Jam of the Year
Mhm.
very heavily this
Yeah.
year.
But yeah, I mean, I just was looking through, and there's so many songs I could think of where like I meant to choose it, but then by the end of the week I find another song that's better,
Yeah.
and then that song just gets like lost in time.
Mhm.
But I'm still listening to that more, maybe, you
I
know.
feel that.
I just want to sit down and listen to music with Dylan one day.
Yeah.
Like I just want to make a day out of just, hey Dylan, just.
What do you think the beach is? What do you think I do at the beach? Like that's exactly
Word.
it.
Speaking of the beach, me and Dylan went to the beach
Yeah, today we had a company outing. We
Definitely.
had a little bit of a meeting, kinda.
Which
Some frisbee.
definitely not my dad's birthday, and
No,
we just happened to be at Dylan's neighborhood.
Yeah.
Beach meeting.
Yo,
And yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. It was pretty good. Had Dylan playing dominoes.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
awesome. You sent me a video of Dylan playing dominoes, and I was like, yo,
Yeah, I
I
did
wanna
that.
be
We
there.
did that a couple of years ago. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Domino's is fun.
Let's
dominoes is mad fun.
Real quick, did you have any other considerations for Yam of the year?
All of them. I thought about. I'm like,
I
oh, I
feel-
like
All
all
of
these
them are
songs.
You have to
Second
you have to keep in mind, Dylan legitimately has like 40 options for Yam of the week every week.
Mhm.
It's that insane.
Yeah, I always
So
have
it's
music.
it's
so-
not just Dylan picking like one song out of like
I always
48 or
forget,
something.
too,
It's
like-
like him picking like one out of a fucking lot of songs.
Yeah, there's
that
a
are
couple
all
of songs that I
category
forgot.
in the back of his brain.
Yeah, like there's a couple of songs I forgot I chose. I chose a Panic at the Disco song. I chose a Fall Out Boy song.
Ooh, let me see if I can remember which you picked. Time to Dance.
I picked Nails for
Nails
Breakfast.
for Breakfast.
Yeah. But yeah, do you remember the Fall Out Boy song?
That you picked?
Yeah.
Text for snacks.
Chicago was so 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, songs like that. But I realized that there was a lot of other newer artists, younger artists. I was thinking, what the hell would have happened if I made music if I was 16? It would have been trash. It would have been so bad.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm making
But-
music now and it sucks.
Yeah. So exactly. So now I'm thinking like, oh, if these people are able to do that, that's fucking talent, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Word.
I think
Got a
it's
vision
time.
going
I
with it.
think it's time we break into another category. Oh, so first of all, congratulations to Alden for winning Yam of the Year.
Yeah.
Great job to you guys.
Good job, Alden.
Standing ovation.
Way to go.
Even though we can't, or else we would be cut off by the
Mhm.
camera headroom. Anyway,
The
fucking.
cleaver that's like swinging.
Let's move on. I'm trying to think of what the next segment is. We have them all kind of planned, but not necessarily ordered. And I'm
Mhm.
trying to think.
You
know what? We're gonna-
I mean, I have one that I think we should do, but
What do you think we should do?
TV show.
See, I was thinking we should leave TV show for after movie.
Oh.
See, that's why. But you know, if you want to do it, we can do
I
it.
mean, I'm cool with anything.
You cool with anything?
Yeah.
Let's do movie because
Okay.
when we get to TV show, we're gonna talk heavily about a show that very much influenced the
Right.
Joystick Show over the year.
Okay.
But honestly, if we're speaking the truth, the movie, Joystick's movie of the year, also pretty heavily influenced the Joystick Show.
Another thing I found by absolutely accident.
So, real quick, a lot of considerations here.
Yeah, we watched a lot of movies.
Had multiple Bobby movie reviews, right?
Mm-hmm.
Multiple Marvel movies, whatnot. Space Jam 2, just did that real recently.
Yeah.
And just in general, watch a lot of
Just
movies.
LeBron.
you know? Peace out. I don't know why I said that. Shouts to Taco
Bye,
Tuesday.
LeBron. Taco Tuesday.
Joe Biden.
Joel Biden.
LeBron
uh,
James.
But fucking very, very strangely enough, Joystick's movie of the year goes to a movie Dylan found very, really, like, super early into Joystick shows, you know.
Yeah,
years.
I think
Like,
we both own it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sadly.
I own this. If anyone wants to watch this movie, come over my house.
Or
We can-
mine, you
We
know.
can cuddle and watch this movie.
And that movie would be
Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox.
definitely.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Dylan discovered this movie somewhere around like the episode 5 mark or something
It was
like
that
that.
early?
It was really early into the
Oh,
Joystick
wow.
Show. I don't know for specifics, but I'll probably find it in editing. But it was very, very early in.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably the worst movie I've ever seen.
It is one of my favorite movies. It is so memorable for how bad it is.
It's like I've seen bad movies, but you have to keep in mind that this is a bad movie that's also 2 hours long and features over 30 characters.
Yeah.
It's fucking mind-baffingly stupid.
I just looked at it. It looks bad.
Oh, you're looking at it.
It
Oh.
looks awful.
I mean, Joey, the greatest honor is that later we can watch this movie.
Yeah, for
Or we
sure.
can just like go through it and look at the
Oh
best
my
parts.
God.
So no joke, Joey. There's like 30 characters in it. it's like the credits literally go on for like how long because they go through each individual name
The
of
main
each
character
individual
not
actor.
only plays 2 pivotal roles, but she also does the soundtrack.
Yeah, she plays
Wow.
both main characters who are like twins essentially.
Which are like first half,
Okay, Lin-Manuel.
like
Yeah,
first
right.
hand movie, second half of the movie is
and
both
then
her.
like it's written by her, directed by her, all the music is her, and it's not great. It's not
the
great at
music is
all.
the best part. The music is better than the acting.
Oh.
But it's like we've alluded to before, it's just a steaming pile of garbage that we love so
it's
much.
fantastic.
We reference it like every other episode of the
What's
podcast.
your favorite? Do you have a favorite line?
I don't know. Just first off, shout outs to XR.
Yeah,
XR is
my
here,
favorite
so-
line is probably just like whenever they reference like the CIA or FBI,
Oh,
like
yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
involved. The FBI, the CIA, international agencies, everyone's involved.
Oh yeah.
Like Russia is somehow involved.
I've said it multiple times on the podcast. I'm sorry to be a fucking broken record, but I just find it hysterical whenever they do like a FaceTime scene. The person that they're FaceTiming is just a still picture,
Yeah.
or vice versa. Like the person on the screen is moving, and you just see like a still shoulder not moving at all.
Yeah.
It's just the freakiest looking thing. Like the amount of lazy things in this film. Oh, honestly speaking, probably my favorite line in the movie is what's the guy who owns the bar?
Willie.
I'm Big Willie.
Yeah.
I own Big Willie's bar.
Yeah.
That's probably my
Yeah.
favorite line.
But my favorite is there's a whole scene in the movie where if they have to attract a vampire lover, they have to make dinner backwards.
Oh yeah, I
And
fucking forgot
and
about that.
That is the best scene ever. We have to watch that scene.
Okay, guys, it's really hard to explain, but this movie has like 500 scenes. Like it's ridiculous. You really like at one point you're like, this doesn't make any sense anymore, but it's insane.
She's basically hanging. She's basically hanging out with her high school friend, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna fall in love with this guy who's gonna kiss you, but in order to get him to come, we have to make dinner back."
And doesn't she like turn into a snake and eat him and
Yeah.
kill him?
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's that movie's ladies.
and that is one of 3 children of a detective in the movie, and I'm pretty sure like another one of his children die in another different thing.
A bunch of people died.
Oh, and the best part is when like keep in mind 2 of this guy's kids die in the movie, and both times that he gets the call, they're like, "Hey, detective, your son's dead." He's like, "I can't believe it." Like he's like, "How could this happen?" Like, you know what I mean?
He's
It's
one
like-
of the. And the thing that's sad is that there's like there's like not real actors, and then there's real actors.
Yeah, you can tell who
There's
like the real actor.
And some of them are bad. Too.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that they're good. It's just that you know that they're actually like trying. You know what I mean? As opposed to somebody that they just got and they're like, just say this line, and they're like, da 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 da. You know what I mean? But they get people who are like, na 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 na.
Yeah. There's one
Oh,
woman that's
man,
really
that
good.
sucks.
There's
The
one
black woman?
Yeah, the black
Yeah,
woman with the braids.
girl, yeah,
she's
the detective
really
woman.
good.
She's good.
She's carrying the movie.
She carries
big
that
time.
whole movie for sure, definitely.
Bless you.
But
Thanks, bro.
definitely check out the Joystick Show's movie of the year, Diamond
Yeah.
Cobra vs.
You can rent it
Fox.
for not much money.
And if you couldn't tell by what we were talking about, because the whole idea is you're not supposed to, it's a mythological movie about some ancient foretold curse in Egypt or something like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of shit is going on, and I promise you
Yeah.
it's going to be the best $6 you ever spent on Amazon. Oh, and sorry to cut you off, but
No, go ahead.
speaking into that, not only do both Dylan and I own that on Amazon, I'm pretty sure, didn't I rent that? Like,
Yes.
I rented it to watch it like a few days before we did a podcast to talk about it, but Dylan couldn't make it. So not only did the rental period end, I had to buy it afterwards. So I spent like combined like over $16 on this shit movie.
Oh my god.
And basically, what happened was I kept getting like.
So I'm allowed to
I
fucking
kept getting rebates
rip it.
for this for
I see why it's
sales
on
on
the list.
Amazon and like ordering stuff. So I ended up buying the movie for like $2, and I was like, best $2 I ever spent.
Hell yeah.
I haven't gone to see any movie because, you know, pandemic, but I'm waiting to, like, the movie I'm going to return to theaters to see, that's going to be Spider-Man. I'm waiting for that.
You're waiting that long?
I'm going to wait till Spider-Man.
it's
Did you
December,
watch Black
bro.
Widow then?
Let's go to
I
the
didn't see
movies like
this.
next week.
I'll go
or
to the movies
something.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
I got
word.
nothing to do.
I am waiting. The first movie I'm coming back to see is going to be Spider-Man. I'm going to go IMAX, going to buy a big-ass box of popcorn.
So you're not gonna watch Shang-Chi?
no.
It
What's
looks
that?
sick as fuck.
I'm gonna
It's-
watch it on, like,
What's
Disney
Shanghai? I
Plus
don't know
or
what that
something.
is.
It's the new Marvel movie.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to watch it on Disney Plus.
But it actually, it low key from the trailer alone.
Low-key?
Yeah, right. Fuck, I hate
Low-key?
when I do that. From the trailer alone, Shang-Chi, it might be pretty bold to say. It looks like it has potential to be like the sickest Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's got
looks
some,
cool.
It's got some dope shit going for it.
I like that it looks very. what's the word I'm looking for? Like minimalized. It's not like crazy action. Like, oh, there's a giant thing. We need the Hulk. It's just kind of like street fighting. Yeah, it's like street fighting.
It's centered around like the martial arts and like turning it cooler.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Looks
Bro,
like
I was
a real life
reading
anime.
that he like teaches a bunch of people in like the Marvel universe how to fight. He teaches Captain America how to fight. Shang-Chi.
So
I don't remember if it was him or Iron Fist, but one of
Captain
them.
America is
Doomfist?
spoiler dead.
He teaches Captain America and someone else in the comics.
In the comics, I don't remember if it's Shang-Chi or Iron Fist, but one of them actually teaches Spider-Man martial arts after he loses his spider sense. And he actually, Peter Parker actually creates a martial art called the Way of the Spider
That's dope.
that he's mastered. And
Do you
he's
think-
actually even uses
I
it
think that's
after he
Shang-Chi.
gets his spider sense back. I don't remember who it is, but it's
Do
pretty
you
fucking
think
cool.
Tom Holland's gonna be the Spider-Man, like even in his like 30s and stuff, like grown beard and everything?
No. I don't know.
He's
If
still
he
gonna
stay-
look
if he
young,
stays
right?
Big, maybe.
I don't know if I can get her. I don't know. It's just weird.
Because
Like,
if it's going around these phases and he does that, like
they should keep him
they're gonna use
around.
him.
They should keep him around until Spider-Man is like the same age as like Toby was in those movies. Like when he's like getting engaged to MJ, da 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 da, and then I don't care what happens after
And
that.
MJ
And
like
then,
leaves him for the 4th time.
yeah, right.
Just
Fu-
keep him
goes
for the
off and,
MCU
like-
and then get another Spider-Man.
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane was a bad person.
Mary Jane.
They get a new Batman for like every like 5 years, so why not?
Yeah, isn't that Batman movie supposed to come out?
Next year, I think.
Beats the shit out of that guy in that trailer, bro. He beats the shit out of that guy.
Injustice.
I'm Justice as he's like leaving a guy pulp on
Yeah.
the ground,
Like
like
throbbing.
Batman doesn't kill people, but he'll leave you crippled
Oh
forever.
yeah.
Right.
I love those
Yeah,
memes that are
deadass.
like shout outs to the dealer selling a dime, getting his arm broken by Batman.
Yeah, this guy in a bat suit came and like broke all my bones.
It's fun.
Like,
I'm
that's
missing
wild.
teeth.
he's like his teeth are missing out. Like, it's Batman.
Batman. Just like totally destroys this guy, like
Yeah.
pile driver.
He's
Bobby.
a crazy ass man, dude. He's like Justice.
What's up, Dillo?
We should move on to the next category.
We
Yeah.
should move on to the next category.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? I mean, you did Yam of the
I mean,
year.
I'm thinking you do jam right now.
You thinking I'm doing Jam
I'm
of the
thinking you're
year?
doing jam right now.
Strawberry.
Or if anyone else has
Strawberry,
any,
bro. Strawberry.
if anyone has any other honorable mentions, I'll give it to them.
Yeah, if
They
you
have
guys want to
any-
give some honorable slam bam mentions.
To be honest, I don't remember mine. But I remember. I
Do they
said
have to
Veritas
be
Quo
in
one time, I'll
the
say that.
slams that we've mentioned?
No,
I
just
mean,
a song from the year that you know you
Yeah,
really
if you
wanna-
haven't mentioned it before, go
Bro,
for
I
it.
don't know, man.
All right, then Bobby, go.
We'll return to that
Yeah.
pretty soon. Don't worry about that. As I get to my Jam of the year, I looked through it. You know, I had some ringers in there. Like Dylan said, there's a lot I forgot. You know, especially because it's of the week, so it's like songs you jam out to that week, and then you put it out, and then
Yeah.
that doesn't guarantee that each one is going to be a classic. that
Yeah,
you
some
still
of them are
vibe
like
to.
you listen to them a lot. And then
Yeah.
there's others where I'm like, oh, I chose it
Like
for this
after,
reason.
yeah, and even then, like there's some that in that week I'm super infatuated with, and then after that I'm like, oh, I don't really listen to this song anymore. So I was like, oh, kind of crazy. And then you know, like you said, a lot of other, well, not like you said, but like you were saying about choosing them for a specific reason.
Mhm.
Albums come out, you get hype, you pick songs from that, right?
Right.
So I got it down to like maybe 2 or 3 songs,
Yeah.
and I came to the realization that only one of those songs I actually discovered this year.
Okay.
And it was also a song that was shown to me by Dylan.
Yeah.
So it's
Bro,
one of
Dylan's
those.
showing everyone.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
one of
showing
those-
I
everyone
found this video
everything.
by accident. I saw this movie 3 a.m. I heard this song. and I
So
was
shout
like,
outs to all 4 of the things that we just discussed so far
Yeah.
of this being found by Dylan.
Yeah.
The jam of the year goes to Tension by Funeral.
That's a good song.
Super jam.
I don't remember that.
That's
one.
a
Really
good
cool
song.
drums.
Been listening to that song since the day I listened to it in Dylan's room very, very long time
Yeah.
ago. I remember.
And that same beat is in like a lot of different songs. Like
Mm-hmm.
that same drum pattern, like I hear it in like all these different songs. And I'm like, that's a tension beat.
I remember I was in Dylan's room hanging out and it played and I was like, Dylan, what is this song? And he sent it to me, and on the drive back home, I'm pretty sure I listened to that song like 18 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's like a song. It's one of those rare songs I don't get tired of. It's also like short enough that it's not like you have to devote.
Yeah,
a whole
it's
list.
short where you have
Yeah.
to listen to it again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the Old Town Road effect.
So you know, if this were jam of the century, then it would definitely go to Rave on You, because you know how I feel about that song.
Mhm.
But jam of the year is gonna go to Tension by Funeral.
Yeah.
So yeah. Shout out to you, Funeral.
Nice.
Make some more
I
good
also
music.
had a funeral song.
I think I remember that song. I think I remember you playing that song, and I was like, "Oh, that song is actually mad good."
I remember you playing it when you were setting up the podcast. I
Yeah.
got here and I was just watching you do everything, and you were playing it in the background. I was like, "This is a good song."
And Dylan was like, "You playing my song?"
It's funny because
Song.
podcast setup time is where we listen to the jams and yams of the week prior, and then when we shut off the podcast is when we listen to the ones we just talked about. It's fucking funny. But to move on, we've got a category that I'm actually pretty excited to talk about. We've got TV show of the year. We talked a lot of TV, which kind of surprised me.
I'm not. I mean, it's the easiest form of
guess.
media to watch as someone who can't concentrate on shit.
But like honestly speaking, I never thought of myself as one who watches TV shows or just shows in general that much.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
Well,
but that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Same
You
thing.
know,
The show-
like I don't
the
watch
show
live
itself.
television shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't had cable in my room in like 2 years. so-
Exactly. You know, so we talked a lot about a lot of different shows. We had an episode about Family Guy. Marvel unleashed a couple of shows,
Yeah,
and we talked
mainly
heavily.
WandaVision.
We
That's what I
talked
care
heavily about WandaVision,
WandaVision was good.
and a little bit lesser about Loki. We also talked about iCarly and iCarly's reboot. We talked a lot of stuff, but there was one show in particular that really hit the core of us. I don't know what it was. We're stupidly hooked for.
There's over
Watching it
there's
in, like,
over
the room.
10,000.
Pretty
bars
sure. I'm
in
pretty
the
sure
United States of
Something about
America.
reality
I'm pretty
television.
sure I've seen about 4 seasons worth since.
I have seen almost every episode. Like this. That before we get into the show, this is definitely the type of show that I would watch like Sick or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're just marathoning this whole shit, and you're like, I'm gonna watch the whole season.
And of course, we are talking about the one, the only Bar Rescue, featuring John Taffer.
Which I think I said this on the podcast, but my dad met John Taffer and never didn't tell me until like a couple of months ago.
And even
which is betrayal.
Even crazier that we're on the subject. Like I said earlier, Dylan and I were at Rockaway. We're at the beach hanging out, and I actually got to see the Bungalow Bar for like the first time, which was but was famously shown in Bar Rescue.
Yeah.
It's like the one New York bar, or like the one New York City bar. There's a pretty
had to
funny
rescue
Yonkers episode you should check out.
Well, yeah, it was like
He had to rescue it, so it was bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well, it wasn't bad.
No, essentially the little. I know the people who own the bar, and they did it because like they needed the pay to redo it. Because
And
after Sandy, like
They
insurance didn't cover
did
it.
like a spin on Sandy
yeah.
type thing like that.
But they still had to make like one of the managers didn't get along, so they made like that the beef.
Wow.
And they like made stuff up. But they do that every episode.
And who was it? Who was it that told us recently about the NDA shit? Was that
Yeah,
you?
me. I was just reading some NDA where it's like they try to like pull like people's like workers' personal drama. Like
Yeah.
for example, like if two people that work there are in a relationship, they'll try to like pry and like get some like
that's
work
toxic.
drama.
Or they'll like
Yeah.
amplify it.
Yeah, but hey, TV. You want a good TV show or not?
Yeah, TV.
Yeah.
Especially with like the newest season is just like rescuing people from COVID.
Mhm.
You're not gonna get like some crazy like
Asshole
like asshole.
No, you just gotta get the person to cry, you know?
Yeah.
Or John Taffer can end alcoholism.
Yeah, right. That's
Which he's
powerful
done that about 24 times.
He's
Every
done that
time
a
he does
couple
it,
of
he has the
times.
magic touch. He's like, I'm putting him in contact with the best rehab
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
If I see you with another drink,
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
What I've learned about how John Taffer delivers his hard selling moments is like Jerry said, he gets real ramped up. He's like, and if I walk back in here and I see you behind that bar and you have a drink in your hand, but the last sentence he says is always calm. He's like, I'm out of here. For some weird reason, he's always like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
So you know he's being genuine.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
loves
yeah.
you.
It's like, he cares about you a little
Yeah.
bit. I was going to say kind of like in the origins of how I found this show. First of all, Dylan's known about it. It's not like this is a new show.
I
Bar
watch
Rescue.
another show called
Right, it's not
Restaurant
new.
Impossible, and also it's a lot like Gordon Ramsay's show where like he fixes restaurants too.
Kitchen Nightmare.
Yeah, and then also Hotel Hell as well. He has.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, I found it because we kind of started trending on like Facebook. So they started putting a lot of like compilations on Facebook. And I saw the first ever clip of Bar Rescue that I saw was John Taffer before I knew who he was, just in a bar. And I knew the premise of the show was like him doing recon stuff at a bar.
yeah.
And the manager is just this huge dick. He's not wanting to serve people for the stupidest reasons. And he walks in and he's like, "Are you an asshole?" And he's like, I don't think I am. And he goes to every single person in the bar, and he's like, is this guy an asshole? Like, his employees, and they're like, yeah, he's an asshole. They get the chefs in the back, like these two Mexican guys. They're like, is he an asshole? And they look at each other like, he's an asshole. Right? My favorite one, he gets this guy, right? He's like, Brian. Brian walks in. He's like, is your father an asshole? Yeah, my father's an asshole. I was like, damn, this is my kind of show. This is some crazy fucking backwoods shit.
I think my appeal to those kind of shows is just how like dumb some of these like people are. Like scratching their crotch and then handling food. I'm not supposed to do that.
Right.
I can't do that.
Or like, you're supposed to clean an oven.
Or like, you'd be like surprised, like, bro,
I'm the chef. I don't
They have,
clean
like,
my dishes.
and they always lie. They're always like, when was the last time you cleaned this? So like,
last week.
a week ago, 2 weeks. So like, really, because this looks like it hasn't cleaned in like 3 months. And they're like,
Takes his finger and rubs it. There's like,
yeah.
it's like,
They find
Bro,
like
just cleaning.
They find like
Clean.
roaches in the bottles and shit like that. Ugh, my
There's
god.
like teeth marks in some of their foods and bags.
man.
You'd be surprised how many chefs like smoke cigarettes while cooking in the back too, like like handling.
It
your
adds
food.
flavor.
Yeah, smokiness, you know.
The ashiness, yeah.
What do you think smoked cheddar is out?
Yeah, exactly. So a big shout outs to John Taffer, winner of Joystick's TV Show of the Year for Bar Rescue.
Congratulations.
Maybe
Got its own
he'll get a 2 award win next year if Marriage Rescue ends up being as good, you know.
I love marriage. I want to see more Marriage Rescue.
We'll
that
see.
That show's incredible.
We'll see who wins the Show of the Year
Next year?
Next year, yeah.
John Taffer's already in the running.
He's already in the
He's
running.
already in the running. He's
He's
got
already
that
in the
second
running.
show. And we've talked about Marriage Rescue. That shit is entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
That shit
John-
is
John Taffer got his own little
entertaining, man.
corner of the Joystick Show.
Yeah. Whenever you want to come,
We have a
buddy.
cardboard cutout right there. You just can't see it.
Yeah, for sure, right there. A fat head of John Taffer.
Oh, I'll get that. How much is that? That can't be that much money. A cardboard cutout of John Taffer. I'll put it whoever is the next person to go on vacation. I'll leave it at the airport. You get off the airport, you turn. It's
There
John
he is.
Taffer
Found
sitting
it.
there.
I'm home.
Yeah,
That's my friend. We've got. Is this the last category? This is the last category.
Oh.
Yeah. Final category. We left it for last because it's personal to us, and that is segment of the year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you've watched the Joystick Show, you know that we've frequented a segment here or
We
there.
love a good seggy.
We've played games. We've ranked things.
Trivia.
We've done a lot, you know.
That's not even a
Played
segment. the trivia.
instruments and painted.
Yeah.
Wait, we played instruments.
Crazy.
Yeah, we played the
We
casino.
made
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Jerry, yeah, we made a pizza.
Oh, totally forgot.
We actually had a couple honorable mentions for some of our favorite or our more favorite segments of the year. Shout outs to the lyrics of Little Cabbage.
Yeah, Little Cabbage was great. That
Very
was a
early
classic.
on segment by Dill where he showed off some hilarious fake rap lyrics.
And real ones.
And real ones that you would not believe are real. And me and Jerry and I had the pleasure of getting
Wow,
to
that
go
was
through
fun.
those. One of my personal favorites was Where's That Waifu, where we had Dylan look at some famous anime girls and try to figure
I
out.
was clueless in that one. I had no idea
Probably
what was
just the
going on.
best part of that. Probably the best part
We
of that.
gotta do
was-
more of that. 'cause
Yeah,
it's like,
the best part of that was just hearing all the other real animes that Jerry like knew. So that's the Bobo 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 Bo.
Bo, 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 bo. I know that one.
Yeah, you
Nose
see,
hair
if Joey
one.
was here, we'd have been like, yeah, magic nose hairs and shit. But yeah, and there's another honorable mention that we had too. Oh, I just wanted to give an honorable mention to State Your Case for being the first segment on the Joystick Show. That's where it all started. But
What was State Your Case?
what happened?
What was that?
And that was the first ever segment. That was the one where I gave you headlines and you had to guess what state they were from.
Yeah, states.
But
remember that.
the one segment that we're gonna definitely give it to is the one segment not only that we repeated, but repeated 3 times on the show.
Hey.
And that's going to be Joystick's good old Fact or Fake. So thanks for joining in and watching those. We did a Fact or Fake election version. We did a Fact or Fake baseball version.
Yeah, that was headlines,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That was mine, right?
And what was the other Fact or Fake that we did?
Yeah.
Hockey?
Man.
The hockey names?
Was it?
Was that fact or fake?
It might have been. Luca Cunti.
Yeah.
Was that? I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So shout outs to Fact or Fake. Definitely one of my favorite segments.
good.
Definitely also
Really
definitely
good.
one of the ones that Dylan has headed, even though I had I had one of them.
Yeah.
The election was mine, but
No.
You know what
That
these
was yours?
segments reminds me of?
that was because we did election headlines, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that was.
What do they remind you of?
So I in that same thread I saw on Reddit about the NDAs, I saw another NDA about this guy who used to work at Jackbox, and apparently they have like a vault of just like unpublished game ideas that they have.
Crazy.
And one of them is called like poop something.
Okay.
Like poop card or something like that. Or poop draw. Poop. Yeah, I'm not even joking.
I don't think it's poop card, but
It's poop something.
poop draw, I will assume, right?
Yeah, something like that. And
Poop
it's
Sounds
like,
like a Jackbox game.
Yo, you trying to come over and play some poop card?
and they were like, I can't say what the game actually is because they're probably gonna use it and like change the name. But it's like a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Fun stuff.
Yo, the Jackbox. Like, how many games can you make that you could play over the phone that is not just rehashing the same games that you've already made?
Right.
Yeah.
When
It's
do
also
we break into Jackbox so that I can steal all those ideas for future Joystick Show segment ideas?
Bro, we gotta like customize Jackbox and like put in joystick questions.
I mean, we should definitely do that.
Ooh. They have those options.
You
We
can do
can
that with
customize games.
Quiplash, right?
Yeah, we can customize
for sure.
stuff.
That'd be fun. But yeah, shout outs to Fact or Fake. That was definitely segment of the year. And shout outs to the Joystick Awards. Shout outs to all the winners: Aldn, Funeral, John Taffer, the Hoff twins.
I want to see them all together on a podium. I want to see them all.
The
hanging
woman
out.
who made Diamond Cobra and the white fox.
Yeah.
Please,
No, the
just
whole
Photoshop
cast.
all
The
them.
whole cast.
Yeah, all 30 of
The
them.
whole cast. They're all holding hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
And funny thing is, they all make music, so it won't be
Yeah,
Alden's music. It'll be Hoff twins.
Yep. Yep. Hoffman's. Oh wow, that's kind of crazy. The only one who doesn't is John Taffer.
Yeah. Which, by the way, get him on the mic.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Some spoken word before like a Rage Against the
You're
Machine.
useless.
You have not
I
done
see
any.
this.
If I say, like, he's just yelling. Oh.
Before like a fucking screamo track.
Yeah.
And last of all, man, I just I wanted to use the rest of the time on the show to go back and talk about some of our favorite moments on the Joystick Show. So kind of an open-ended question, but what was your favorite episode of the Joystick
My
Show?
favorite episode. Wow.
I know mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow, that
Yeah.
fast?
I might have to like go back and like in terms of like conversation find
Mhm.
one, but like trivia episode.
Trivia tournament.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah. Trivia tournament. Also, the one with your dad was good, even though we had the technical difficulties.
Technical things for sure.
It was like very interviewee.
First
And
guest, yeah.
I love that shit. Like that's totally right up my
Definitely
alley.
got to learn a
Like,
lot,
Getting
yeah.
someone and like learning and hearing about that stuff. Like
Yeah, which will be coming
Always
soon
a
a
vibe.
lot.
Yo, I missed the episode with Miles.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just about to mention that. That was one of my favorite episodes.
That
even
was
though I wasn't
dope.
here
Like
for it.
I was watching it and I was like, he's a dope guy.
Yeah,
Like,
Miles is great, man.
Yeah.
Miles, shout outs to Miles. I was gonna mention him
Bring him
later
on
in the
board.
show as well, but
Right.
he's honestly one of our not our longest time supporters, but he is in terms of how consistent he's been. Like ever since I showed Miles Joystick, he's been a watcher and a fan. So to kind of have him here, it was like a full circle type thing. It was like,
Mhm.
whoa, like
Right.
here's this guy who's been a watcher and like somebody who I've talked to about all of these ideas for so long, and finally he's like here, part of it.
And
It's
we're
like,
gonna be doing ideas with him.
yeah,
so.
for sure.
It's dope.
Even some of his own things, like
It's dope, yeah.
fucking that guy has a beautiful, hilarious mind, and I can't wait to expose it.
A lot of our best episodes are guest episodes, I think.
I like my
or
favorite
activity episodes also.
A lot of my first appearance was a painting episode. So my first time on the podcast, I had no idea what was going on, and then Bobby's like, "We're gonna paint," and
Was
I'm like,
that his first
"Okay."
episode?
Yeah, sure. And I'm like, "All right."
That was your first one.
That was my first episode. My
Wow.
first episode, I painted a pumpkin that's somewhere around.
Yeah,
this.
We have it
It's
around
upstairs.
upstairs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But,
took my painting home.
Did you?
I stole it. Yeah.
It used to be here on the.
Yeah.
on
I
the
might take
couch.
mine home, hang it up. But my favorite episodes, I think, are either the Christmas or the Halloween one. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
The
made
Christmas one was good. Yeah.
You know
we
what's-
made a gingerbread and spoke about our Christmas stories, and Halloween we spoke about Halloween
The
stories.
Christmas one I liked a lot. Now that I think about it, Christmas is my favorite.
What was really cool about that? Now that you bring it up, like I think it was really awesome that we got to do holiday episodes.
Yeah.
I like holiday
like
episodes.
legit holiday
Yeah.
episodes too. It wasn't
Without a
bullshit.
doubt.
It was like
We should do all of them.
We decorated the set. We dressed up for Halloween and for Christmas. I was fucking Santa Claus for God's
Yeah.
sake.
I had a
built-
Christmas sweater.
That
I
was
think.
so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
I really
that
wa-
was so fucking hot down here. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking sweater. My sweater was mad thick.
I really wanted to name that episode like 3 nervous adults try to build a gingerbread house because that's really what it was. It was just like we couldn't.
Man.
Like Jerry said earlier too, a lot of activity-based stuff. We made pizzas. I totally
pizza one
forgot
was
about
great.
that until like
You didn't
Jerry
make a
reminded
pizza.
me. I didn't make a
You
pizza.
did not make
I
a
made a
pizza.
calzone.
You did not make a calzone either.
I made a
Bro,
monstrosity.
Jerry, say what you said earlier.
Oh, the freaking Andy told me. I think he was like watching the episode by Andrea, and she was like flaming his pizza.
Yeah, when a little child,
A
says
little
something-
child that was over watching the episode was like, "Why is this pizza ugly?"
Well, it's not a pizza, Andrea. It's a calzone.
Yeah.
Right.
But like pre. Yeah.
Also,
My
not
pizza
to-
came out mad fucking good though. I don't know what happened. My
I
pizza was
feel like
delicious.
everything came out kind of
Yeah.
good. We might have also just been stupid hungry by the end of that.
Yeah,
'cause
Yeah,
it
we
took
were all very
forever.
hungry because
Like
that
my
took a
pizza was
while.
mega, and like some cheese melted, so I got like a cheese crisp thing going on.
Oh, I can also
It was mad good.
officially state that was easily the messiest episode of the Joystick
Oh, without
Show.
a doubt.
sure.
Without a doubt.
We had
Even
to watch
messier than
whole
the
tablecloth.
even messier than the painting episode. I legit had to take this all apart, put this right in the washing machine right after. It was a whole fucking
Even the
thing.
TV.
Even the TV, do it all in there.
with a hose.
Shit was nuts. I also wanted to take a quick second to rest in peace, Candle. It survived many episodes of the
Yeah, we
Joystick
gotta
Show,
have
but it's fucking gone.
How many candles have there been?
There's been
far?
this is the fourth candle, but really it feels like the third because I think the third candle I lost,
Yeah.
which I've refound. It's upstairs.
Mhm.
It's just we
Outside, you have a
using this
giant
one.
like 12 wick candle.
Yeah,
We
I was
should
gonna
Oh
put
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
on
We
the
have like
table.
my mom bought like this big citronella candle for outside with the mosquitoes.
Yo.
We should just put that right
Yeah.
there. Try not
It'll
to
take
start
up the
a
whole
fire.
table. Can't do any segments.
You
Gotta
need,
just
to, you
fucking-
need to get one and then just use it for the whole joystick year and see if it lasts.
Right.
Mhm.
Some tall ass.
I have some big Bath and Body Works ones.
We had an
Gotta whip
idea.
those out.
We had an idea. Well, when I had an idea, but obviously we couldn't do it. When we did the Olympics episode yesterday, I was telling Dylan like, if we had the time, it would have been great if we could have done like some stupid opening sketch that's literally like 20 seconds long, but it's like each of us passing the Olympics torch until like or our version of it until it finally gets here and we just light the candle with it, and that's how we start the Olympics episode.
It just zooms out.
I was telling him it was like when you were on the drive back from Florida. I was like, "Hey, fucking Joey could just like stick his hand out the window with a fucking the stick or something." Oh man, but
Oh,
yeah,
that would've been
I had fun on this fucking show.
a year.
Trying to think what else we did. Did a lot.
Mm.
Talked about a lot. Also, just kind of like not necessarily what we did, just kind of like what the world went through while we were doing this shit.
A
as
lot.
well.
I mean, you
Yeah,
went through
it's
some shit
consistent.
too.
we fucking
Shout outs
switched
to the
presidents,
fucking plague.
and we went
Right.
through a fucking pandemic.
hmm
We got to
Sometimes they collabed. You know, like in the election episode.
yeah,
you
right.
know?
Bro,
There was like the
we got a
politician that
female
died.
pop star like speaking at the White House.
We got to talk about that whole Capitol Hill riot shit when it
Oh,
Oh
happened.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
fun
wild.
Yeah.
stuff.
Man.
Well, not, but
What a year.
We covered some history.
We've covered history.
And who better to share it with than us and not like a professional news coverage team. We
No,
have
never.
actually described
Never.
it really
we'll
well.
talk about it. You can
We'll
get your
handle
news
it.
here. Get your news here.
Don't worry about it. This is what we're here for.
hmm
To teach you something, I think.
I may not really.
Edumacate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what was I going to say? I had another episode in my head, but now I lost it. Fucking.
An episode that
Anything with a flub in it too is good.
Oh yeah, that was actually gonna be a category for the award show. We were
Yo,
gonna do
shout outs
Yeah.
to the most sneezes, me.
for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. What are the fake awards? What are the fake awards?
Oh, the fake awards.
Yeah.
How many times Jerry said, yeah.
I told Dylan we should do the attendance award and give it to Jose.
Yeah.
Most
Pretty
bevs
good.
on the table award.
Most times hat hit microphone is definitely between Dylan and Jerry.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
got-
that's common. You,
Hey,
you
I hit
you
that
expect
once.
it.
I
do it all the
today
time. I've done it
already.
8 times this episode.
You guys
already.
definitely fighting for that one. We were gonna do an in memoriam section with Jose, and it was gonna be like 2014 to whenever he moves back.
Yeah.
Also, shout outs to Jose who was here earlier. He's
Mhm.
not dead. We love our boy.
Yeah, he's not, we still see him.
He's still there.
He's still there. That's
He'll-
why he's not going
He'll be
anywhere.
back one day. Don't worry. We have to. We have
That
to
hat
will him
is on
back
his head forever too.
forever. Yeah, it's always
It's
there.
glued.
So are those headphones. He's
Mhm.
always
Yeah.
right. Every time we
Mhm.
see Jose, hat and
He's-
headphones.
Yeah.
100%.
Bro, I have a mustache now.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
Well, we're probably scrapping these.
Yeah, we're getting rid of these. This is
Yeah,
like
these
the
are-
default white
are
guy
dated.
logo.
When Joystick goes into phase 2, we're doing some rebranding.
Yeah, it's just gonna be all just stick
Ooh,
figures.
Like the MCU.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be that intro where like the letters come in, but
Ooh.
instead of the scenes from the movies, it's just gonna be all the times that we do stupid shit on the podcast.
Can we theme it like this is like an alternate universe like the MCU?
How
Shut
so?
up.
How would we
They're
do
doing the whole
that?
I
How
don't
would
know.
we do
Just
that?
live in an
We could
alternate.
follow, like make it like a whole bunch of different Joystick
people.
logos, and then they all like
Meet
away.
each other.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like we meet
Yeah.
alternate us. That's
Yeah,
some crazy
like
shit.
And then
Dylan-
we
Dy-
fight ourselves.
Yeah, Rob and Bobby, Dylan and Landy.
Yeah, right. I don't know about
BS.
you. I think me and Joey got to get writing Last Slice 3 now. I think we have something to jump off of now.
Yo, Last Slice 3.
It has to be like an epic,
Yo,
like a
you
2-hour
don't even
movie.
know what Last Slice 3. You came in and you were like, "This is just a podcast show." Scroll down on the videos.
CGI.
Scroll down on the videos and look up Last Slice 1 and 2.
The pizza verse.
Go check out my Oscar-winning
The
performance of guy number
Pizza-verse. I
one.
totally forgot about the fucking Pizza-verse.
Man, not to go on a tangent about that, but there's a lot of stuff about Last Slice 1 and Last Slice 2 that bugs me out sometimes.
Yeah.
Like little things. Like, crazy enough, if you watch Last Slice 1 and Last Slice 2, they both kind of start the same way, which was done on purpose because the whole idea is that it's a sequel to something that doesn't need a sequel in the first place. But the shots,
trilogy.
the shots start the exact same way. It's like a master shot where Joey and I are at the table, and then it cuts to Joey's shot and he looks at the pizza, and then it cuts to my shot and I look at the pizza. But in both of the videos, which were done a year apart, my shot is out of focus. So like and like little things like that, they're always the same in the video. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen every single time? And I low-key think it's because when I'm not behind the camera, people obviously don't know how to like focus it the same way I do. But I just find it hilarious.
So Joey,
like
you're blaming
Yeah.
Joey.
I am.
Blaming him.
I'm not blaming him the second time because you and Jose were there for the
okay.
second
Yo,
one.
we're-
You
Me and
guys,
Jose were just fucking around.
you guys were technically on
Yeah.
off camera crew that day.
Yeah. We didn't get paid. So.
And me and Joey have tossed around reviving Last Slice 3. But I told Joey if we're bringing Last Slice 3 back, I'm taking that shit everywhere. That video is gonna be like 18 minutes long. It's gonna be on some too many cook shit, bro.
Yeah.
Word.
It's gonna start off with like
An ensemble cast.
It's gonna start. It's honestly gonna be like that.
Could your dad star in it?
I will get him in that
Yeah.
shit. There will be a part where like we're in the chef's son. But like, we're conscious that we're like my dad just thinks he's in the show, but we're like, nah, bro, we're looking for this slice of pizza, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
like a noir film.
Yeah. I think we need a choir at some point. I don't know why. But
Get
we
'em.
need, like,
Let's do it.
We're in a church.
I know some singers.
Yeah.
That's it. Got it down. It's gonna be some crazy shit.
Coming together
I
already.
promise. You see some alternate universe stuff. Like
Miles
Jerry
is
said
gonna be
earlier.
in it.
Look at that. He will.
Yeah.
Miles will produce that shit easy. You kidding me?
And first person to leave a comment, you'll be in it too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow.
We can promise
That's
that.
a good one.
Oh man, and I wanted to say one more thing. What was it? We did the episodes. Oh, I wanted to talk about the future of Joystick.
Yeah.
Something we talk about frequently, but I guess this time it's finally where we can talk, more not blunt about it, but out in the open, specifically. We always say that shit like it's cooking, it's in the works.
It's almost
this, that, and
here,
the other.
guys. We swear.
Exactly. But let's get fucking nitty gritty about it. The Joystick Show is ending. It's over. This is the last
Yeah.
episode.
I'm moving to Africa.
And I'm moving to Antarctica
Yeah.
to live with the penguins.
And I'm
it's pretty
sawing
far
off my
apart.
leg.
That has nothing to do with the show. This is Joey's just doing that on his own.
That would have been that funny.
We might bring back the episode. We might bring back the show next week just to see that,
Yeah.
and then we'll cut it
Joey
off.
comes back from Florida. He's in a wheelchair.
That'll
We're
be
all
the
just like,
pay-per-view event.
Joey gets his leg off.
No, the Joystick Show is here to stay, obviously. Dylan and I spoke a little bit about it last week, how we have kind of plans to... We're doing like phase 2 of Joystick, but to talk specifically about the Joystick Show, we definitely have plans... It's hard to say, but to turn this more into a show, more segments, and not just necessarily like game show segments, but we can do a lot of stuff with that. We can set it out to like outdoor stuff, we could put in a fucking 2-minute sketch if it fits in the show.
20-second sketch.
Exactly, shit like that.
3 seconds.
Even
sketch.
Dylan and I were talking about cutaways,
Yeah.
on some Family Guy shit, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So things like that. Just
And we have
ways
the
to-
chapters worked in too, so now
Mhm.
it's set up in a way where each thing will be already divided.
Exactly. So in terms of the Joystick Show, every week still be here unless COVID and snowstorms. That's about the only
Yeah.
thing that.
I mean,
stops
snowstorms. Hopefully not right now.
Us.
That'd
Oh,
be, be bad luck.
Winter, we'll see.
That'd be bad luck. An August snowstorm.
But
Back up some
yes,
episodes.
we'll still be here every week. Dylan and I will grace you with our semi-glorious faces, and we'll still be here to talk about stuff. And just more formatted, more definite things to talk about, more jokes, more laughs, and more production value. Because if you've seen how we've grown from episode 1, the show just kind of gets better and better as time goes on.
Yes, sir.
And Dylan really needs to stop fucking touching the candle.
No,
before
it
he
feels
burns
nice. I like the
something
heat
down.
on my hand, bro.
When the candle turns off, we all die.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm definitely gonna turn it off.
Shit.
Yeah.
So that's show number 1.
Gen Z be like.
Let's jump to show number
Get
2. You know that show where I cook with my dad?
Yeah,
that
that's
show.
been coming for several months.
I know. So The Chef's Son. Big favorite. People like it on the channel, understandably so. We have a lot of fun making it. It's honestly some of the most fun I've had with my dad in a super long time. That sounds cheesy, but I think it's also more so just the fact that I've never really gotten the chance to fully appreciate my dad's passion for cooking. So it's cool to be in like the same space with him and really see like he knows what the fuck he's talking about, and not just because he read it in a book, because he knows every fucking thing about this. Like he's tried it 100 times. It's insane, but it's awesome.
Right. It's like a collab between because it's like your thing and it's like his thing.
Exactly.
Also.
It makes perfect sense.
So funny enough, Jerry touches on that. Not only is The Chef's Son coming back very, very soon, probably to give you a specific date, end of August. There's about 2 shows in the can, episodes rather, in the can, with one more coming out to give you a little, because I hate giving you so much shit. We did a chicken wings episode that should be coming out. That was stupid delicious. I think we did like some sort of cilantro wing that was fucking slamming.
Nice.
Dylan was there for that one, right? Oh no, you missed
I
out
was
on
not-
that
I
one.
was not there.
We had a special camera woman for that episode.
Yeah.
Dylan couldn't make it. My girlfriend stepped in.
Ew.
Damn. Sending this one right to bed. No, we're bringing it back end of August. A couple episodes done. New vibe to the show, not in the sense that like it's any classier because we're still the same idiots behind the counter, or at least I am. But like Jerry mentioned, we actually have plans to kind of bring my aspect into it and kind of have more behind the scenes footage to show like the set area of it, because the kind of idea of it is it's not just me in the kitchen not knowing what's going on, but it's also kind of my dad on a show not fully knowing what's going on. So having more of that in there should be really cool, and you should be able to see that in about a month. So stay tuned for that. We also, this is a super far-fetched idea, so don't latch on to this, but we are wishing, our next immediate goal is to try to start a Patreon by the end of this year, like October, November-ish. And, anybody wants to sling $5 our way, we'll take it, and that will go to future
Or $1.
projects. Whatever it takes.
Most people like to just donate $1, and that's cool.
Whatever it takes. But the whole idea is that you'll get a bunch of awesome shit, and one of the early goal incentives we have is to actually make The Chef's Son a weekly show.
Yeah.
So
like, think of how good the shit looks.
Right.
Now imagine if you paid us, how good it would look.
this is on $0,
Yeah.
by the way. And
Bro.
Technically.
We will do everything.
This is on those pandemic checks,
All right,
baby.
Let's have some standards.
So stay tuned for The Chef's Son coming super fast. It's definitely a fan favorite, and honestly speaking, I think 30 people have asked me about it in the past month alone, just going to like barbecues or even just like messaging me about it, and it's like, don't worry,
Yo, where's that at?
it's coming. And believe it or not, it's funny because
Bro, I need to know how to cook something else.
believe it or not, a lot of it is like, a lot of it was me going to my dad and being like, are you good this week to do an episode? And we're doing construction at the house and stuff, so he's like, oh, I can't, this, that, and the other. But we went to a barbecue like a week or 2 weeks ago, and no bullshit, like every single person asked us. They were like, oh, are you doing the show again? Are you doing the show again? Are you doing the show again? We got back home from the party, and the first thing my dad says is like, yo, when are we doing the show? It's like, bro, I've been fucking asking you, man. But yes, we're getting a lot more serious into it.
Fans.
So that's Joystick Show and Chef's Son. Those
More random shit, too.
More random shit. We want to definitely bring back the Chronicles.
I really like those.
That's my favorite thing that we do.
Yeah.
And it's so much potential with that.
Situation.
And, we've got fucking equipment for that shit
Yeah,
now.
just whip any camera out.
So definitely hope to see that in the future. We even have some Let's Plays getting ready to come out. It's kind of funny because we like shifted Let's Play.
Filmed those months ago.
Yeah, we filmed those Let's Plays a super long time ago. We actually have like a couple of weird videos in the vault that might not come out. Not the fear ones. We'll get to that in a second. I'm talking about like me and Dylan's GeoGuessr video.
Oh, yeah. I kinda
We'll
took
get
the
to
bet on
that in
one.
a second. But Let's Plays, I have a couple of those ready to come out. They focus more on party games, which definitely get better reactions than just like playing new games that come out and stuff like that. So look out for that. And what was I saying about fucking
What?
Well, I was just saying the
GeoGuessr?
GeoGuessr. We made a GeoGuessr video
Yeah.
with Dylan, and it did not go well.
Oh, nah, rip.
Not to ruin my boy, but I'm
No.
pretty sure Dylan lost like 6 games in a row or something
yeah,
like that.
I mean, I got like top 4. That's decent.
So we were like just kind of waiting for something to happen, and then by the end of it, we're like, let's just do this one.
Yeah.
We're just like, so it wasn't as hype as we would have anticipated, but we got some other stuff in the works for sure. And talking about fear, what's that, Joey? What's fear?
Fear is a show starring me and the guys watching me playing it, and I play a lot of virtual reality. And I asked Bob if I can play virtual reality on the show, but strictly only horror games, because I kind of like playing horror games in virtual reality. It kind of like strengthens my guts, I think. I don't know, but I've had a lot of fun. We filmed just a few episodes of that. I want to film more, and whenever Bobby thinks they're ready to go, I'm just waiting on his call. He's the one that does most of this stuff.
It's that phase 2, baby. It's coming out soon. Just like Marvel does it. Fucking Joystick does it now.
All at the same time.
Forget about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's all about the TJU, Team Joystick Universe.
Is that what it's called?
And our variety shows. Yay. And I think that pretty much covers like all the little things we do. Besides a couple of future ideas that we have, there's definitely something.
Throw up the things we said, like just like the title screens, I guess.
Got you.
And just show them like bang, bang, bang.
I actually had an idea to do something like that while I was talking about them. So definitely go ahead, and there's also videos to check out for a lot of those too, so you can get ahead and check those out. In fact, if you get excited about Chef Son, if you think about it, you can watch an episode every week out of the ones that came out, and by the time you know it, it'll be fucking episode 5. It'll be out. Go check it out. Boom.
Drink to the Coquito episode.
Yeah, right.
Yo.
Forgot about that. That was actually delicious. Shout out to Joey.
That was
knocking out
good.
on my couch.
Oh my god. Yeah, you were sleeping.
And what was the last thing? I said what was the last thing like 6 times because I go on a tangent and then I fucking cut away to something
You
else.
get there though. Every time you've gotten back there.
You got there, buddy.
I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Title screens because you said it. Oh yeah, and just some other like future ideas. Like I said, there's one thing. There's a couple of things that we've thrown around, like even like reviving old shit that we used to do like long time ago. But there's one thing that I'm really gonna try to push for as probably being like our next big thing on the channel, and even a new podcast. That again has also been was an episode filmed.
I heard
8
about
podcasts.
that.
Stars me
Yeah.
with a friend of mine about a certain subject.
Oh shit.
John
And
Taffer.
John Taffer.
About bars.
Yeah, and hopefully it comes out pretty soon. Again, that phase 2 thing. I have to meet up with that guy to do some more episodes. But yeah, a lot of new content on the channel. I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna be a lot busier, especially considering I'm officially unemployed. So it's gonna be work time,
A lot
baby.
of work to do.
Yeah, definitely not gonna be using that time to do nothing.
Yeah.
The whole idea is this is my resume right here.
Yeah.
Let's get it, Bob. Let's
Phase
get it.
dose.
So I can go to somebody and be like, here, look at these 49 episodes of this show I produced.
Look at me
It's
doing this.
started like this and ended like this, which is kind of the same, but it looks a little nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess to end on that note, does anybody have anything to say about
Shout outs to friendship.
shout outs to friendship?
Yeah. Shout outs to episode 52, the unofficial.
The unofficial
1 year because
1
it's
year.
52 weeks.
Shout outs to 49 episodes of the Joystick Show. Shout outs to a year of coming down to the basement and doing this. Shout outs to almost like 10, 11 years of just knowing each other on some crazy shit.
Yeah,
Shout outs to
word.
consistency.
That's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Bob, it's almost 11.
To close this out, I just wanted to save this. The Joystick Show is easily the biggest project that I have gotten the chance to work on, which is kind of
Without a
crazy.
doubt. Yeah.
Like, and now I'm tooting my own horn, even though I forgot who I was saying this last time. They said fucking toot that shit. I've worked on sets of like indie films and stuff like that, and I've taken a lot of credit on that. And we've done Joystick since 2014. It's been a very
That's
long
when we
time of
started.
doing this. Started doing Let's Plays, and that was like our main focus. But to be able to sit back and to say that we did a year of the Joystick Show, and like Jerry said, to stay fucking consistent was ridiculous.
Feels good.
Honestly, to cap it up, the feeling of doing this show every week with you guys and editing it has been nothing short of rewarding. I love it. It's great.
Don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry. Actually.
It's a good
just
time
I'm trying to
without a doubt.
formulate what I'm thinking, honestly, because I want it to sound kind of smart, and I don't want to have to say where was I going with this.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, this has just been a fucking treat, and I'm excited to see what we do in year 2.
Let's go.
It's been incredibly awesome to see something that we did every week grow, like literally.
And something we tried a couple years ago and pulled it out in a completely different format.
Yeah.
dead
Worked
ass.
out way better.
And on some,
Word.
and on some sappy shit, it was pretty fucking great to hang out with my best friend Dylan every week.
Exactly.
Can't even lie about that.
Yeah.
I had a reason to see you every single week.
Yeah. And then there was even a second hangout
Yeah.
too, oftentimes.
So,
Right.
and the last
And
thing I
then
wanted to
too.
say is, honestly speaking, thank you to the Mikeys, to the Andys, to the Miles,
All the people that watch.
every single person who
everyone who
comments,
The
watches
regulars.
and comments.
Watches.
fans,
for whatever
watchers.
reason.
The fangirls.
definitely. And my
Yeah.
last thank you, boys. You guys
Yeah.
did your part.
For sure.
You guys showed up a lot. Especially
I definitely-
Dylan.
especially
showing
I
up.
definitely
Yeah,
spent
word.
a whole hour on some segments.
Definitely. And honestly, this would not have worked if
Yeah.
it was just me, or if it were just me and Dylan.
Mhm.
It takes a village, and we are a pretty damn good village.
Who are you in the village?
I'm the guy with the hat on.
Yeah. It's this guy. This guy, he has a hat on. He does some stuff.
So to cut the fat and to leave you, and it's not a goodbye. We're gonna see you next week for episode 50, which sounds like it's gonna be fucking cool,
Big,
but it's
but it's
probably
not.
just gonna be like us hanging out
Yeah,
as
even 52 will
usual.
be lame.
But peace out,
Yeah.
guys.
Comment down below what your favorite moment was over the past year. What should have won awards?
Definitely.
Because
That's
everyone's gonna have their own
Yeah.
award, right? Everyone's
for
gonna
sure.
have their
Make,
own
make
favorite
your
moment.
own awards and put them in the
Definitely.
comments and
Yeah.
who deserves it.
Thank you for sure. Make sure to click that bell, like we always say.
Mhm.
It's important. You gotta click it. You gotta stay up to date, especially when phase 2 hits.
Bro,
The amount of
you
uploads
wanna-
that are
you
gonna be
wanna
on
know what's
Joystick.
going on.
And it'll be
phase two.
consistent too.
You're gonna
so
want to
you
know
just
what's going on.
You can
phase
just
two.
memorize.
There's gonna be some shit on this
Plus,
YouTube
it's
channel.
fucking
You're gonna want to
free.
know.
Just push the
Just
bell
fuck
and push
click
the
it,
button.
right?
Just click it.
Just click it. Wait till I start getting those graphics that start coming up with the little subscribe.
Bing.
They're gonna start coming. Not
Yeah.
the sound. Not the sound. I'm
No?
not that obnoxious.
Let's go.
Can I
Maybe
make
the-
a sound?
Yeah, if you make the sound, there's a sound.
Yeah.
There's definitely a sound. I promise. But thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week. We love you. Thanks for spending a year with us. And yeah, adios, friendos.
Ciao.
Au revoir.
For sure. No, but the best part of that fucking episode was apparently the owners of that bar were a couple, like a husband and a father, or a wife and a husband.
Where once?
I'm gonna.
YOLO.
What is this?
It's a fight in the ocean.
Dylan, no.
Do it fast. Don't even think.
No, yeah, think, Dylan.
Like a Band-Aid.
Don't
Rip it like a
Xenon Zoob.
Xenon. Xenon. Final answer.
Like a gray alien. Oh, that's Dylan.
Vermont.
Correct.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on.
His face, bro. His face.
This is my calzone, you know?
Like black shit everywhere. Don't actually put it out there.
Can that be part of the show?
Do it so violently. There it goes. Actually went out.